exploited. We can be intelligent, prepared, and when necessary, we can be absolutely ruthless in defending our dignity. I ended the stream with over 50,000 viewers and thousands of comments of support. In less than an hour, clips from my stream were being shared on all social media platforms. Mark had tried to destroy my reputation publicly, but he had achieved the exact opposite. His own stream became a source of ridicule. The comments on his video were now completely different. "Liar. Your mother destroyed you. What a disgrace." Mark had lost the digital war spectacularly. His attempt to manipulate public opinion had turned into his most absolute humiliation. On Monday morning, exactly as I had promised in my viral stream, Mark was arrested at his apartment. The images appeared on all the local news channels. The son who had tried to rob and abuse his adoptive mother, being handcuffed while neighbors watched with contempt. Angela was also arrested at her workplace. The school where she taught immediately suspended her when they found out about the charges. A teacher accused of planning the abuse of an older adult was not exactly the image they wanted to project. But the real justice came 3 months later, during the public trial. The prosecutor had built an overwhelming case using all my recordings, the buried documents, the testimony of Dr. Matthews, and the documented lies they had told about my mental state. The day I testified was the most satisfying moment of this whole nightmare. I entered that courtroom dressed in an elegant green suit I had bought especially for the occasion, carrying a folder with all the evidence of my real assets and with my dignity completely restored. Mark sat at the defendant's table, unrecognizable from the man who had believed he controlled my life. He had lost weight, had deep dark circles, and his cheap suit couldn't hide the desperation he radiated. When the prosecutor asked me to recount the events, I spoke in a clear and firm voice. Every word I said resonated in that room like a hammer of justice. For months, the defendants developed a systematic plan to strip me of my assets and my freedom, I began. They used my age as a pretext to treat me as if I were mentally incompetent. They threatened my physical integrity. They lied to medical professionals to obtain false documentation. And they planned my death as if it were a convenient financial event. The jury listened with growing horror as they played the recordings. The voice of Mark saying, "When the old woman dies, we're going to be rich," echoed in that room like a confession of absolute guilt. When it was the defense attorney's turn to cross-examine me, he tried to paint me as a vengeful woman who had misinterpreted her son's loving intentions. "Mrs. Garcia," he asked me in a condescending tone, "isn't it possible that you misinterpreted your son's legitimate concerns about your well-being?" My answer was devastating.